Angling is a series of choices, from an infinite number of options, some simple, like what's your target species, to the complexities of understanding fish location on a seasonal basis. Then there's the myriad of presentation options. It's as mental of a game as physical. Each challenge is different, but the basic process remains the same. For angling is like solving a living, breathing puzzle. And to see the big picture, you need the fishing edge.
Look at the size of that bird.
Wow.
Look at the size of that pike. Oh.
I wonder how many of these guys are in here. That's one thing fun of exploring new water.
Big eye.
Yeah.
Big eye, Jim. I'm going to need a net on this one. Yeah, good
Wow.
fish.
Yeah, look at that pike. Look at how he likes it. He likes it.
Boy, they weren't that big.
Oh, got him.
You got it?
Yeah, I got him.
You got a net?
Yeah, how do you like that, Al? I get them on figure eights a lot. That's what that was really quite interesting.
The Angling Edge staff is constantly on the move, exploring new fisheries. The key to success on unfamiliar water is a combination of understanding the predictable seasonal movement of the fish you're after and the logical use of modern electronics to speed the process.
Oh, better fish. Better fish. Oh,
You got a net on her?
I might need a net on this guy here. Ooh, this is a better fish here, Al.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Big
size
walleye.
he is.
Yeah,
might
nice
be.
fish.
Oh boy, it is.
Yeah.
Look at the size of him.
Real big fish. I seen her.
Wow.
Give me her, baby.
Boy, you get up on these
Looks to be
shallow
about-
reefs.
Oh, I got a good quick flash on it. She's a whopper.
Yeah.
You got her cranking?
Well, we're attempting to. There we go. I haven't
Get
seen
that crankbait fish. Yeah,
Wow,
big-
look at the
big
size
gal.
of that one. This is one of my favorite activities is fishing for walleyes that think they're bass. Like smallmouths. Look at that guy there. That's a big one, Al.
Big gal, yeah.
Come here, buddy. Look at that. Oh, come here. Oh, look at that.
Nice fish, boy. Healthy.
There we go. Look at that. Whoa, come here, buddy. Let me get this out of
You
here.
gotta get the hooks
Boy,
off,
that's a
Jim.
pretty fish.
You can tell she's a spawned out female.
You know, Al and I right now are fishing a lake we've never been on. It's early in the season, and we're gonna look at strategies on how to find early season walleyes on new waters. Look at that guy there, beautiful fish. We'll get her back in the water.
A couple days ago, Jim and I were sitting in this restaurant having coffee with these guys, and we just finished doing a smallmouth show, and we're talking about the walleye bite. I said, you know where any guys are going real good? And they said, yeah, you know, you're about half hour away from a really good bite up on the reservoir. I said, really? And we went back, dropped some stuff off at the office. 2 days later, we come out here on a different piece of water that we haven't fished before. It's a dark, dirty water environment, big body of water. What would you say it is, Jimmy? 25, 30 miles?
25 miles, yep.
Unique body of water. It's got walleyes and white bass, few smallmouth and occasional pike. That's a nice combination, walleyes and white bass. And right now we're in a post spawn. I mean, right at the post spawn, catching big walleyes in 2 to 4 foot of water. I like that.
No question about it. These conditions, I might not be prime, but I know one thing, it's very, very comfortable, and you can actually figure out how the underwater structures are laid out. You find the little subtle spots on these underwater reef systems, these boulder piles, like we got these islands here, we got a little inside corner, there's a little boulder tip there. And a lot of these shallow water fish like this, they feed on very, very specific locations on these reefs. You know what I mean? Though they are spread out and they're wandering all over, a lot of times the fish will feed on really particular locations.
When you're fishing shallow water walleyes like this, a 2 foot ledge to these fish is just as important as a 20 foot drop off, you know, in a big deep main lake. Shallow water walleye fishing means more target fishing. The spot on the spot are smaller, more confined are more refined. You really, when you learn the spot, you can just run and gun to where these fish are. These pockets, the little point with 2 or 3 boulders on it, you know, a couple runs of stumps along this end of the river channel. It's almost like fishing shallow water cover for bass, but the walleyes are doing the same thing. The spot on a spot is really, really small. And on lakes like this, a lot of times wind is a plus. We don't have it today, but wind sometimes will really funnel those fish right up in those shallows. And that's when it can really be fun.
You know, it wasn't that long ago, you know, before GPS technology and these mapping programs, that you'd have to figure this stuff out all by more or less trial and error, and you still do. The thing is, when you look at our Humminbird here, and it's Lake Master's map system, and these are incredibly accurate, and you can literally physically see around this reef. When you look at it, look how detailed these structures are, and you can actually see where the fish would be probably most apt to set up. There's one. Look at that. There's one.
Another walleye.
Right. And look where he was set up at. You can
Yeah.
see the tip of the point here.
Yeah.
Exactly where he was sitting at. Slow rolling a shad wrap, which is not a big one. But I tell you one thing, this guy here it's his lucky day. Boy, he's getting a little bit chunkier. For today's early season walleye hunt, we initially started our efforts on the upper end of this reservoir, which has both a river and a large slough area. In any lake or reservoir, this would retain the best shallow spawning habitat and in turn concentrate walleyes early. In our Humminbird, we're using a Lake Master mapping chip that is incredibly accurate in the northern regions of the U.S. Mapping technology like this is an exceptional tool to quickly search new water, and beyond that, develop locational patterns. Today, shore structures are holding the biggest fish. In the next couple of weeks, that will change as these walleyes move towards main lake structures for the summer. Within this mapping program, there's some unique features like depth highlight range, water level offset, shallow water highlight. Each one of these features can be adjusted to fine-tune the map's overall look based on the conditions you're faced with. One thing you have to realize that fish are constantly moving. Map and depth finder combination units can really streamline an angler's ability to find similar spots once you've established a depth and locational pattern.
Walleye.
Wow, yeah, look at that, boy, look at how he bites it. He likes it.
Boy, they want that baby.
Oh, got him.
You got it?
Yeah, I got him.
You got him?
Yeah, how do you like that, Al? I get him on figure eights a lot. That was really quite interesting.
We tried beating it senseless, bending it in half, and punishing it with extreme temps, corrosive salt water, and blistering UV rays. And all Talon did was ask for more. So we wanted to know what Talon's breaking point really was. We'll let you know if we ever find it. Talon. Born tough. Tested tougher.
It's time to put a new spin on innovation and touch off a revolution. It's time to push boundaries and leave our mark on the world. It's time to say goodbye to excuses, limitations, and half measures. It's time to get it together. New Onyx with cross-touch. Now, everything you can do with a touchscreen, you can also do with a touchpad. Only from Humminbird.
Now that's a big one.
For over 65 years, Lund has had an unwavering commitment to build the finest fishing boats on the water. 65 years of dedication, innovation, passion. Lund boats stand up to the elements and the use hardcore anglers put them through season after season. Built by fishermen, for fishermen.
Oh, there he is. Hey, you! Yeah. Fat boy, you can't get none of this. Look at me. I got moves. I go left, I go right, I go left again. Watch it. Oh, there it is. Psych! I'm so erratic, I don't even know where I'm going. Come on, Chubby Cheeks. Come on, Bucket Mouth. Come get some of this. I can do this all day long. Look at me. Watch this. Come on. Your mama's so fat that she can't get out the fish net. Ow! I'll give you that one.
Closed captioning provided by Seafoam Motor Treatment.
Oh, there. Oh, look at that.
Walleye.
Walleye, yeah, look at that. Boy, look at how he likes it. He likes it.
Boy, they want that baby.
Oh, got him.
You got it?
Yeah, I got him.
You got him?
Yeah, how do you like that, Al? I get him on figure eights a lot. It was really quite interesting. You know what? At this time of the year, you know, we got a couple of really key techniques. One is cranking, and the other one is jigging, and it's sort of intriguing on how these fish seem like they like that speed for some reason. I suspect Al's going to be changing to the crankbait in a short order here. We'll see.
That's 6 walleyes for him and 2 white bass to my 1 white bass and 1 walleye on a jig. But that's normally when we're fishing this time of year. Remember, this is a post-spawn bite. Dark water, there's a lot of shallow water fish. The guy in the front usually fishes with a crankbait. A jerkbait is another option. And I'm coming behind with a jig. You usually see what the bite is like. And it's the crankbait, it ain't the jig. I'm giving him 1 more fish, then I'm changing. Retrieve speed can be critical in any fishing situation. Today, a steady, bottom-bouncing retrieve with a shad wrap definitely is the ticket. Sometimes a slow pump and pause is necessary to induce a finicky walleye into striking. Lure color is also another consideration. Today, purple descent has been the hot color, but natural finishes and bright attracting colors can have their time and place depending on water clarity and naturally the fish's mood. For example, Rapala's UV color patterns can add that extra element needed when the water is turbid. Sometimes in the spring, after heavy rain and wind, water can get pretty murky. This is when these color patterns can really shine. They absorb more light and seem to almost glow. I've been fishing more and more UV colors as the technology has gotten so good on the painting of these baits. Another great lure for walleyes is Storm Smash Shad. This little baby has killer patterns and features an internal rattle to call them in. This bait works well all season, from ice out to ice up, and is a great multi-species lure. It's nice to have a variety of colors and actions when exploring new water because you never know what they'll want. Pop jigging is another early season tactic that works on lakes around the country. We use both a BMC hot skirt jig and a Moon Eye jig tipped with a Trigger X minnow. Generally, an erratic snapping retrieve seems to work the best. One thing that you'll notice is that the bait isn't sitting on the bottom really long. Hey, this is not a finesse tactic.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I couldn't, whoa.
He's got you going.
Well, I don't know what it is. Whatever
Whatever it is, it's a good one.
Yeah.
There she is.
My first Mercury.
154 stroke, the lightweight heavyweight. And she comes with all this. Say hi to Wendy from customer support. She's always there to help. Jerry from product testing. He dishes out the torture.
They can take it.
Good. And Tim from design. He never misses a detail. Obsessed with quality. Bobby, prop engineer. He turns horsepower into performance. This is George.
It's good to have Mercury behind you. Meet the rest of the team at mercurymarine.com.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
First one. Oh, big one.
Look at that.
Suffolk's 832 is constructed with 7 strands of Dyneema and a single strand of Gore Performance Fiber. It's the roundest, longest casting line in the world. It offers superior abrasion resistance so you can fish it anywhere. It's the strongest, most sensitive, and durable small diameter braid ever to hit the water. Nice fish, Brett.
Thanks.
Suffix 832. Always use the best line.
The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
Okay, watch your eyes, watch your eyes. Wow. That's a beautiful calf. Look at that thing. Wow.
When you're talking water temperature, you know, in and around the mid 50s, you know, 50, we've been in water temperatures anywhere from 54 to afternoon, it's warming up now, 58, 59. This time of the year, and you got lakes with walleyes and white bass and smallmouth, everything is up shallow. And in these dark, dirty water lakes, I mean, every fish in the lake is basically 8 feet shallow, or that's worth catching. So you get in key areas like this, and it's amazing. You can catch walleyes, you can catch white bass, you can catch a little of everything. Bam, bam, bam. I love fishing when it's like this, on this kind of water, on these shallow basin lakes. All that water behind us out here is only about 8 feet deep. It looks like a lot of water, and it is, but everything is pretty much up on the banks and up on these rocks.
This is that dog bone reef.
Ooh, this is a biggie.
Oh, there's
Fish?
Yeah. Walleye.
Walleye?
Yep.
Huh.
Another eater.
Yeah,
Another eater. Huh. Boy, these guys here are getting to the point where almost like to keep a couple of them to eat them. We came out of a little bit deeper water there. Seems like we've been sort of doing a lot of experimenting. We started off when we put the boat in and ran that whole side shoreline, and we got a couple of fish, one on every other point it seems, and then we hit a little school of white bass, and now we went out and moved off on some offshore reefs. They're shallow on top, but I don't know if the big ones are out on top of this thing yet. Al got a good one.
Big eye, Jim. I'm gonna need a net on this one. Yeah, good fish.
Do I have to mark my the GPS
Oh,
coordinate
I would
here?
if I was you.
I
It's
did
a 6,
already.
7 pounder.
I did already. Yeah, there you go.
Ooh,
Yep.
right on these deep ends, huh?
Ooh.
Nice fish, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Extendo, we're ready.
All right, hang on.
Come on, that's a nice one.
Yeah, she's a nice gal.
Oh, there you go.
Like I said, we're not exactly fishing the ideal walleye conditions. Look at how she ate that trigger X. Look at that. Down her throat.
Right now I'm throwing this crankbait with a Quantum Tour Edition 7-foot rod, and this rod is about perfect for this. What it has is a moderate to softer action. And what I have it teamed up with, as far as line goes, is Suffix Performance Braid 10-pound test with like a 10-pound test fluorocarbon leader. And this is about perfect for this. I can cast a long distance. You have a tremendous feel.
Piece here.
Really? You're seriously just gonna leave me in here?
Yeah, I'm fishing deep today, Ike.
Are you kidding me? These are perfect conditions for pulling big bass out of heavy cover.
Yeah?
Heck yeah! Try one of these weedless wacky jigs.
All right, yeah.
It has an offset hook and stainless steel weed guard. Whoa! Oh,
Sorry, Ike.
flip it in there, and its wacky action will have you pulling out one fat bass after another. Please! I can't say anything.
Why take chances with your engines? Protect them from neglect, wear, and tear the easy way with Seafoam motor treatment. Seafoam helps to maintain top engine performance by removing harmful deposit buildup from your engine and fuel system. Control moisture in gas and diesel. Stabilize fuel for up to 2 years and lubricate your engines to start easier, run cooler, and last longer. Trust all your engines to Seafoam motor treatment, the choice of mechanics for over 70 years.
Are you finding it harder and harder to spend time with your family? All you need is the right place to reconnect.
Big walleye, Dad.
Got it. Here we go. This is fun.
Northwest Ontario, your place to reconnect.
The Edge is presented by these and other fine sponsors.
Ridge coming right up in front of you.
Ooh, better one. Yeah.
Catch up to him, man. Another walleye. Yeah.
Better one there.
They're up on this piece here. Getting a little bit of a jigging bite going. You know, it's amazing on lakes like this, on that post-spawn bite, actually even in the middle of summer, these fish are shallow. They stay shallow big portions of the time.
There we go. Look at that guy. Not a bad one. Man, it's sort of interesting, you know, that slow sweeping retrieve, that's about the third fish. Actually, do you know what? That hit like within 10 feet of the boat.
I wonder if they're not following it in.
I don't know, or are the fish sitting out in a little bit deeper water?
I
I
think
keep on
they're just
trying to
rolling
sort
over
of
those
hedge
rocks.
myself out a little bit, or the fish are following it out. I'm not quite sure. But it's sort of interesting. I've had 3 or 4 of them hit really pretty close to the boat.
I've hit all I can take. I got to put one rod with a shad wrap on. You're beating. There's some really good stuff coming up ahead of you. Get a little wind, you'd probably really kick some butt on these low meadows. So.
I bet you would. It'd be lights out.
Oh, that's a good fish. Nice walleye, nice walleye. Move right up on top of them, right up on top of those rocks, boy.
It didn't take long. You went to change the.
I knew what they needed, James.
The rundown. You need the
I
net
knew
on
what
this
they
guy,
needed.
or are you gonna just go with hand land?
You know, I don't like hand landing them with Rapalus.
Bad hooks.
Thing to do.
Yeah, very dangerous.
Yeah,
Come here,
why don't
buddy.
you get that fish
Yeah,
in and just
it
hand
isn't
it
a
to me,
bad
just
one
like
now.
that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wait a minute.
There we go.
Hang on. There you go, huh? Not a bad one. I don't know if you've seen how shallow that fish was up there. When I set the hook, she rolled right over on top of those rocks. Huh? Rolls right on over. When you're catching walleyes in shallow water like this, that's about as good as it gets. Casting one of the all-time greatest baits ever made for walleyes, a number 5 shad wrap, it's about as good as it gets. That's just fun. And the thing about this bait, you know, when we're searching like this and we got these fish up in shallow water like this, we can cover really cover a lot of water fast. You know, I'll occasionally grab that jig, but there's no question that the shad wrap has been the bait of choice.
There's one. Better one. Ooh.
Netter?
No.
You sure?
No.
Another walleye, another
Same
nice
thing.
one.
Boy, I mean, these fish are sort of interesting, and as the day goes on, it seems like some of these fish are actually starting to move up a little bit better. Come here, buddy. Okay, buddy. Quick release on you. Calm down. We'll get you back in the water. Boy, oh boy.
With this dead calm weather and that sun cooking,
Yeah.
on here this water temperature went up 6 degrees since we got on the water. It's into the low 60s now. And those fish up on these shallows are really going. One thing about these shallow water fish, these dark water lakes, temperature just skyrockets. Yeah, you know, you get days like this and those shallow water fish will really get going in the afternoon. The evening bite will be unbelievable. Now these fish, these same fish that we're fishing now on these cranking these shallow rocks, if you had big wind blowing in here, it would turn them on. We're catching a lot of fish on flat, calm weather. They're doing this, but boy, when the weather gets really right, like a blow, they can really get them going. You seem to want that thing just steady retrieving. You know, you're actually walking, zinging over those rocks a little bit, but not at a lot of that pumping and pausing. You know, it doesn't seem to be working, just steady. Sometimes that other retrieve, almost like a jerkbait retrieve, works, but it hasn't been popping these today.
Oop, there's one. Well, today we did not catch a lot of the big walleyes that are rumored to be in this lake. It might be just the flat, calm conditions that we're faced with. We'll have to come back for more exploration, not only for walleye, but white bass and big channel caps. Fishing new water is unquestionably one of the more interesting aspects of angling because it forces you to experiment.
Oh, look at that. That's a good one there.
In turn, you learn a lot in a short period of time. How do you like that, Al? I get them on figure eights a lot.
Hey, this is a fun book. It's titled I Was Wrong, Why the World's Most Notorious Atheist Called It Quits. You know, there's lots of testimony by a lot of people that once considered themselves atheists and somewhere along the way experienced a Damascus moment and were touched by the hand of God. And when you hear these testimonies, it's always fascinating to me to read and see how their lives were impacted from here to here, and in many cases like that. It took a little while for some of them. Some of them were instantly converted to say, man, I was wrong. After they studied the Word of God and looked at things and experienced it, I was wrong. And it happens a lot. You know, in my case, I was never an atheist, but I surely never was walking in line with God's Word until I was 37 years old, and a light bulb went off through a whole bunch of experiences. God became real to me, got out of my head into my heart, a part of my everyday life. And there's a scripture that says a lot about what happens after the reality check that I was wrong and you bend your knee. That's a simple one. It's in 2 Corinthians 5:17. And it says, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he's a new creature. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new. That really explains why many people that you may have known that lived a life one way for so many years and all of a sudden experienced a change of heart and started to serve the Lord in a big way. And they would start to share with you about the Bible. It could be friends, family, neighbors, people you work with. They had a change of heart. And that's what happened to them. They think different, they act different. Revelation knowledge has come into their mind. Everything in their world changes. And you know what? It's all for the good. Been there, done that, know that, and I love it. I can't wait to finish reading this book. I just got into it. It's fascinating. Hey, from all of us here at The Edge, you have a good, safe fishing season. We'll see you in the water.